Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to another Flossy Friday. Today is March 26th. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been around for a long time, welcome back. Okay, let's just dive into it. The cats are doing fantastic. Stella has been running around like a loon, so she may hop up in the chair. I'm not sure. And she was who was playing behind the door, so it's not a ghost. She was playing behind it and opened it. Work has been super crazy busy this week, and it feels like it's only going to get busier, but that's a good thing. And yeah, I'm a little dressed up today because I was supposed to have a working lunch today with a coworker and a boss, and it got canceled, unfortunately. So anyways, that's why I look the way that I look. So I'm just enjoying it before I change, because since it got canceled, I have some things to do in my yard, and it's a little too nice to do a little bit of yard work on your lunch break, okay? All right, so otherwise, everything else is fine. Okay, so last weekend, my friend Caitlin came into town, and I was gonna work on my Titanic Haid, and I did. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I started outlining the ship because the ship is mostly 310, and we know that's like my favorite color on any project. But anyways, I started outlining the ship so that way the next time I get it out or the next time I work on it, I can just do fill in and also get rid of the 310 from this Haid. So I almost got there. The ship comes to about here, so I still have to go up a little bit and come down, and then there's like scatter plot of 310 in the water. But after those are done, because I've already finished the black for the stacks, the 310 will be done, which will be really exciting. So anyways, I did get some work done. I got some fill in done over here, and then I was working in that manner, like just filling it in like 10 columns across at a time and like down. And then I was like, you know what, I should just outline it. And so like I even went around like spots that have a different color like mixed in. And so this is the edge of a page, so this just needs to come down and over, and then all of this left is 310. And then this front section of the ship is a combination of 310 and, why do I want to say like 312? It might be 820. I don't know. It's a very dark blue. It's this dark blue right over here. It might be 820, possibly. Anyways, they're like scattered in here. So I worked on this on Saturday. I feel like I got a lot done. I got a couple hundred stitches done. Doesn't look like it, but I got a couple hundred stitches done of 310. And Sunday I volunteered to cook like a breakfast brunch type thing. Well, it was breakfast, but we ate it around like 11. And then I grilled us steaks and made vegetables and mushrooms and all that kind of stuff for dinner. So there was like pockets of time where, you know, really stitch, and we were watching movies and stuff, but we were like also like talking and hanging out and all that kind of stuff. So I was getting into like dangerous territory of trying to finish this end with company. So I do want to work on this one more time before the end of the month, because March was to work on Titanic and I kind of failed. The month just literally escaped me, and I want to get one more day of work on it. I don't know if that will happen or not, but if not, I am happy with the progress so far, and it will come back out very soon. Okay, so the next thing that I worked on was my fruit of the month. Now, let me just say my Haid is called Titanic's Last Day, and it's the mini version. So they have the big full-size one and they have the mini, and so there's that. And it's on an 18 count piece of Aida that I dyed myself. I just like dip dyed it in like some navy, or I did I think it was the sterling Rit dye mixed with the pearl gray. I like mixed them, or it might have been black. I don't know. I mixed blue and either gray or black to kind of make it a darker like blue color, mainly for the ship, so that way if there were any holes, which there are a little bit, because you know that just happens with solid, you know, black sections, there's a little bit, but it's not stark white, so it's not as noticeable. So that's what I did. So okay, then I got back out my fruit of the month because I really want this one done. It's so stinking cute. This one is done on 18 count Ada by Picture This Plus in the color Whirlpool. And this is where it's at so far. So I'm getting there. So over this last week, I finished my kiwis. My little kiwis. They're so cute. And I got a lot of work in on my lemon. So I'm going to finish, for sure, I'm going to finish my lemon this week because this is what I'm working on. And so that's why I'm saying Titanic might not get worked on, because I have an eye on the prize for this guy. And I want to do some sewing this week, so stitching is going to be a little bit on the back burner, but that's fine with me. And we'll talk about that in a second. But I'm going to finish up my lemon, and then my orange and my grapefruit can fit in my hoop at the same time. So I can kind of like maybe go back and forth a little bit and try and get them done, but I'm so close and it's so sweet. So mainly the changes that I made, other than spacing, because they have the months in like these like banner scrolls. Aside from like spacing adjustments, because I didn't do those, the only other thing that I changed is I made the apple slice a green apple slice. And instead of doing months, it's the fruit names in Italian. That's it. I used the same style of font and everything. There were a couple of letters that there weren't any examples for, but I just kind of went based off of all the other letters and took like a really good like guess at what they would look like. But most of these letters, like that's the A that they used in this. Like most of these letters are the letters that they charted. I just tweaked a few that they didn't have. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to get this guy finished. I love this piece. I cannot wait to have this done. And I really want them to come out with a vegetable of the month that looks identical, so that way I can do the exact same thing to it. I would love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. I worked on 2 other things this week, and if you follow me on Instagram at KelliAnn86, then you've already seen it, but I have 2 finishes, and I'm so excited. So this is also on Picture This Plus Ada, 16 count, and in crystal on the color Confetti, and I finished the last 2 in the Brina Gervais With Thy Needle and Threads Jelly Bean Jubilee book. So this is called Jelly Bean Garden. Now, in all of my pieces, I was adding my tie-dyed thread somewhere in the mix, and I decided to put it as the bowl. Yeah, I think this is so sweet. It's just so cute. And then my final finish for the Jelly Bean Jubilee book is tiptoeing through the tulips. So I decided to make the tulips 2 different colors because I thought that would just be really fun. And her little hat and her little shoes are the tie-dye thread. I thought it would be really fun to make it look like she was wearing like little wellies instead of making them brown. I made them look like little wellies, and then it just looks like she's wearing a pink hat because it fades a little bit at the very end. But how stinking cute. But yes, now I have all of them done. There's only 3 on this piece of fabric, but now I have all 7 of these done, and I really need to start FFOing some stuff. My FFO stack is absolutely ridiculous in my other closet. I have like this is like my like sewing closet, and then I have like a rest of my crafting closet that's in the other guest room, and because it has like shelves in it in that closet, and this one just has around, anyways, it doesn't matter. So I have a stack that I need to FFO. I need to figure it out. Like, what I want to do with them. So, yay! Anyways, that's it. Really quick video this week. So this upcoming week, I want to try and get at least one more day of work on my Titanic. It may or may not happen. I want so bad to finish my fruit of the month. Like, that's going to be my goal, is finishing up fruit of the month. I want to finish that so bad. But I do know that tomorrow I am going to a town, like 1 or 2 towns south from me, to a quilt store that has some yardage of my fabric, and because I want to make like some matching pillows. So this quilt, do I have it readily available? I think I showed this. This is about what it's gonna look like. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And it's just gonna be done with those 70s prints and muslin. And the back is going to be plain muslin. I might even attempt to quilt it some myself, or I might attempt to quilt it myself. I don't know. We'll see. I have a really small machine, so as big as it is, it might be difficult for me to do it. But I just want it to be like super simple, like just literally running through the squares, like doing like an X. So basically, it would be cool to have like flowers and stuff, but all of these like squares, like it would literally just go diagonal in both directions through the squares. I want it to be simple. So anyways, this quilt is going to be between a queen and a king size. I have a queen size bed, but I like a lot of overhang, also shrinkage eventually, you know, like washing and drying. And so, and if I ever get a bigger bed, I want it to be able to fit. So this is going to be massive, and I'm so excited. It's not going to be directional, which is also really exciting. And normally my quilts, whenever I make them, except for my dad's, I made my dad's more like a coverlet as well, but that's what he wanted. Wait, no. His has borders, but his is just honestly massive. Anyways, I digress. So normally whenever I make a quilt, I fit the blocks to be as close to the size of the top of the mattress. Like, I look up whatever size I'm making, I look up the top of the mattress. So a queen is 60 by 80 just for the top. So normally I make my blocked pieces fit as close to 60 by 80 as possible. If it's a little bit bigger, that's fine. If it's a little bit smaller, then I add a little tiny border that like frames out the top of the bed. And then at the top, because usually I make a lot of directional quilts, like fabric, directionally with fabric, not directionally with patterns. Anyways, so usually at the top, I don't put any additional borders. So there's like that little tiny border, and then the binding is next, period. And I only have 3 sides of borders, and I make them like 16 to 20 inches long. I like a lot of overhang, and so I make them really big. This time though, it's going to be that massive, but there's going to be 0 borders. Everything is going to be edge to edge blocks, and I am so excited and here for it. And I may add one more like row and column, because I know for a fact I'll have enough fabric now just to make it a tiny bit bigger, because this wasn't exactly how big I wanted it. I wanted it to be like 1 more each way, and I didn't think that I was gonna have enough fabric, but I know for a fact I will now. But anyways, I'm going to a quilt store tomorrow because they have yardage of a couple of the prints, and there are a couple that I want to get extras of because I do want to make some little pillows and stuff to go with my bed. But yes, I'm gonna make it like an old school traditional coverlet. It's going to be bright, funky floral fabrics with just plain muslin. And I'm so excited for this. And as of right now, I want the back to be muslin as well. I may change that to like a solid color, but honestly, I think it would look really nice if it's just like all like cream white. And if you don't know what muslin is, hold on, I will show you. So this quilt is funky already, right? So I want my binding to be, there's a lot of pinks, a lot of oranges, a lot of greens. There's not as much of the blue, so I want my binding to be blue. Blue is like my favorite color. So I got yardage. I got some yardage of this blue with the pink and green centered flowers. I love this so much. So I got yardage of this to be the binding and to go with, to make pillows. I got an extra yard of this one and of the opposite of that one, of this one, which, how cool did those look for like accent pillows, right? I think that looks amazing. But then I got two more, or I'm going to get two more. So this shop didn't have these in yardage, so I found them online on Etsy is in yardage. But the shop that I'm going to tomorrow has these two fabrics. I'm going to get a yard each of these. Again, I'm going to make like some patchworky kind of looking pillows, maybe like some solid pillows. I'm going to make a couple throw pillows for my bed. So these are the colors of my binding and of the fabrics that I picked to be my extras for pillows for my bed. I'm so stinking excited, you guys. And so let me show you the muslin. This is just the muslin. So this is a nicer quality muslin. And I have this much because I use this to make a 30s quilt. Actually needs to be quilted. But so this is how much I currently have, but our shop always has this in stock. So this is the muslin that I buy for my embroidery pieces whenever I do embroidery, which it's been a long time since I've embroidered. But this is what everyone in my guild buys for muslin for embroidery. I mixed this with 30s prints, like I said, to make a 30s quilt. So this is always in stock at my quilt store. But it's just like a natural cotton fabric, and it has the like the little, I don't know if you can see them, it has like the little like speckles in it. There you go. And it's just a really nice neutral. And so all of these crazy fabrics are gonna look so amazing next to this muslin. I'm just beside myself, basically. And it matches really well. Like this is like more of like a white, but it's so cream. It matches so well. So I'll just show you what these look like just with the muslin. And these are just the accents that I picked. So you see what I'm saying? Like it's a little bit more cream, but it goes, you know, like, cause sometimes you mix cream and white and it's like a hot mess, you know. This, like, because it has like the natural like speckles and things like that, it's not such a stark difference that it looks crazy. So anyways, this is what is going to be part of like that white space on the quilt. It's going to be what is in between the squares. So everything shaded in with pencil is the crazy fabrics. And so the fill-in is, or the blank spaces is the muslin. So, I don't know. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. I'm beside myself. And I think it'd be really cool if I change up maybe these outsides, because we have it to where it's like spacing out. So if I do add another like row and column, I might make them more solid and like going into that lattice. I don't know, I'm having ideas. So anyways, that is what is on the agenda for this next week, is like starting this quilt and getting going with it, getting it cut at least, and like start making the blocks, because I'm gonna want to figure out where I want, like, you know, I'm gonna have to like piece them and make them, and then I'm gonna have to like lay them out and see, because I want it to be random. Somebody was like, why don't you make it go from like blues to greens to pinks to oranges and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, I want it to be kind of like crazy, like kind of really random and crazy. So yeah, that is the plan as of right now. And like I said, I have plenty of fabric now, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm sure you can tell. But anyways, that is it for this week. I hope that y'all had a fantastic week and have a great week coming up. I will see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.